Laws allowing pregnancy centers to evade regulation and continue and countersue for damages.
Pregnancy centers. So we're talking about anti-abortion places.
Yes, if you're not familiar, a crisis pregnancy center is a place that lies to pregnant people, tells them that they're going to provide health care for them. It's obviously cheaper than going to one of the other things. And it'll be like, oh, we'll give you a free ultrasound and stuff like that. But then they lie to you about medical stuff. But so they lie to pregnant people in order to convince them to not get abortions. And they also sell abortion reversal pills, which don't actually do anything and can sometimes lead to harm. And they're doing it for profit. So this is why I wanted to bring up that that lady that was yelling at the school children. Thanks for the hat, Tom. Let's do Gary. So I wanted to bring up the lady that yelled at the school children because while I was poking into your stream, I heard her say something along the lines of, it's like, don't you know that those gender clinics make money off you?
Your side does it too.
What do you think these guys are doing? Let's scroll down a little bit. Where are we? Okay, so many crisis pregnancy centers are faith-based with the mission of preventing anyone who walks in from choosing an abortion. States Newsroom found that 21 states allocate more than $491 million of taxpayer-funded funds to crisis pregnancy centers ever since the U.S. Supreme Court's Dobbs decision in 2022.
That's fantastic.
$500 million of tax money has gone to these crisis pregnancy centers who the whole thing they do is lie to vulnerable people to trick them out of getting actual medical care.
You know what that sounds like? It sounds like the age-old adage. Every right-wing accusation
is a confession.
Is a confession. It's projection.
Yeah.
It's just another example of that. And, like, it's one of those truisms that I know isn't really true. Because there are plenty of people who, when they see somebody say something that they disagree with, like, they legitimately hold in their heart of hearts that something bad to say was said. Sure, whatever. The problem is that it holds true enough of the time to be a truism.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so related to that news item we covered last week about how, torturing children might potentially be covered as free speech.
Yep.
So apparently in 2018, the U.S. Supreme Court struck down on free speech grounds a law in California that mandated disclosure if the pregnancy resource center was unlicensed.
What? Why would you not want to know if it's licensed?
They are pretending to provide medical care to people, and California was like, "Hey, if you're providing medical care without a license, you have to they weren't saying you're not allowed to do that, which I think you should say you're not allowed to do that. They were saying if you don't have a license to provide healthcare, you have to tell the patient that they're not actually a patient because you're not providing healthcare." The Supreme Court in 2018, so this is that was pre. When did Trump get his first appointment?
2018. I think Trump got his first appointment very shortly after he became a president, if you remember, because it was the seat that Mitch McConnell stalled.
Yeah, he was. Turtle Man was holding that up, but this was before Trump got all the appointments that he got. 2017 was his first appointment, but apparently it is free speech to not disclose that you are not actually providing medical care while pretending to provide medical care. How in the ever-loving fuck is that free speech?
You don't understand. When I go in there to cut you up and I don't have a license, it is a HIPAA violation for you to know that I don't have a license or some shit.
That's the thing. Like, just apply this to a fucking doctor, an actual doctor. Like, if somebody comes to you and is like, hey, you do surgeries, right? And you say, yep, I sure do. But you're not licensed and you're not allowed to be a doctor. Do you get to perform the surgery anyway? And then be like, well, it's my free speech to not tell them that I'm not actually a doctor. Like, no, absolutely not. That's not how this works. Your Supreme Court is so fucking stupid.
You wouldn't want to violate You wouldn't want to violate my frozen peaches, would you?
Yes, I would.
It's my freeze
Stick
peach.
them right in the blender with some yogurt and some chia seeds. Make a nice little smoothie out of them.
Smoothies are good.
Smoothies are good.
I'm not gonna have a smoothie today because I already had half a chocolate bar, so like I have a much lower sugar tolerance thanks to my medication, but I think I'm gonna do a smoothie tomorrow. That sounds good.
Yeah, smoothie is actually how I get most of my nutrition in. Is I buy the overpriced, all the stuff you need in a little cube things.
Oh, I know those things.
Yeah, and I know it's not that much harder to do the mixture myself or whatever, but it's actually kind of it's mostly how much space it takes up in the freezer thing, because they are very compact. Whereas like all the frozen fruit that I would need to do the same thing is like massive bags and stuff. So
normally I would have something to say about that, but you've got a bunch of kids you're feeding at the same time, so there wouldn't be that much space in that freezer. It makes sense.
We already have extra freezers, and there's not a lot of space in the freezer. Anyway, yeah, I don't think we really need to go into too much more detail on this. It's just absolutely fuck your Supreme Court, fuck your medical system, fuck these crisis pregnancy centers. Like, my God.
Yeah, it's all just kind of fucked.
Yeah, like, I don't understand why your fucking court thinks healthcare is free speech. Ugh.
So here's the thing. I am of the opinion, and I think you share the opinion, that the court doesn't actually think that. I don't think they actually are that stupid. I think they are paid to play that stupid. Because Clarence Thomas has accepted quite a lot of fucking money and favors in his position that we've already come to the conclusion dude's corrupt as shit. This reads as the same thing to me.
Yeah.
Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Britzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagitta, I'm not saying that last part, Sylvie Snow, Valis of Seraph, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.